What's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien. We got a lot going on this weekend. And yes, I know I missed Military Monday, but that's because my dumbass had it all edited up, ready to render, and I threw it out and emptied the recycle bin when I was cleaning some other things up, and I didn't realize it until I went to render it, and I'm like, where did it go? All the stuff was gone, and my recycling bin was empty. So we're going to try to get that back together, and if we can't get it back together quick enough, we're going to do a little pew-pew and pow-pow with MS Paint and have a little fun with it, and just, you know, talk it up as a good joke, because this last video I put a lot of effort to, and I accidentally just threw it all out within 3 seconds. So it happens, though. But I got a lot going on. You know, Terra comes up live this weekend, and the Head Start starts, so we're going to be getting into that. I'm going to go pick up The Witcher 2. I've heard it's a really adult-rated RPG. I've had a couple kids at work go pick it up. They're all frustrated to high heaven about it, and if somebody gets frustrated, it's a must-buy for me, so I'm going to go pick it up and pick my brain and see where it's going. I heard that they don't hold your hand. They just kind of show you an area, and you're going to town, and this is what I want to look forward to. I do have to go get a hold of Bill and Phil and kind of check on what their take on the game is, because I heard it does have like a lot of sex and nudity in it, so I may have to... We can play a little bit of funniness around with that and maybe put some troll faces over the body parts that need to be edited out, unfortunately. We'll just have to see what happens per the terms of vid-through. But that's what's going on, so you're going to start seeing The Witcher 2, and I also need to pick up a new webcam, because this webcam's microphone just went to crap. It's a Microsoft LifeCam, and I've heard people all over the internet are junking them due to their crap microphones, and I think mine just went, so it's not very reliable. But I was going to do a new type of con for me, have a little live con with me and the camera, with the game going and all this other sort of stuff. I got it all planned out in my head. I just can't do it until I get a new webcam. So that's what we got there. What I really want to talk to you guys about today was, I've seen so many people lately, you know, getting upset with YouTube and walking away and just saying they're not having fun. They don't feel like playing any video games. They don't feel like making videos anymore. And you know, I look at it as in they're getting consumed by the YouTube process. They're letting themselves get consumed by the process. You know, they're pushing, you know, family, friends, work, everything else off to the side to make sure they get that video up, and then when they get that video up, they're not seeing, you know, the monetary gain that they thought they would, because I think a lot of people have this huge misconception of what you're going to be making when you join YouTube and you get partnered. For example, we'll just take randomness for Mr. Random, for example. Mr. Random is a director over at Curse Gaming. Curse Gaming plays $3 CPM, which is for every 1,000 views you get $3. So say he's averaging 10,000 views a video. He makes 3 videos a week, you know, so he's getting $30 a video. So he's making $90 a week, which isn't bad. It's all good side money, but it's not what, you know, he expected. He thought maybe he was able to quit his job and come to work. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught up, and they don't start seeing the monetary gains that they thought they were, and they're like, well, screw this, you know. I know I said it was all about having fun, and I didn't care about the views, but I'm not getting paid, and this is ridiculous. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. And that's where it starts, the consuming process starts to happen. Because unless you're really making, you know, I'm going to say, if you're getting 100,000 views on average per video, and you're doing that 3 times a week, maybe 5 times a week, even if you're doing it 3 times a week, that's $300 a video. That's $900 a week, and then you could kind of take some out for taxes, and then that's, you know, that's a job. That's a full-time job right there, making 3 videos a week. Like somebody like FPS Rush is probably getting freaking bank. I don't even want to know what he makes per video. It's, you know, he's getting 1 million to 3 million views per video, 4 million on some of them. Absolutely ridiculous. But I'm sure he's getting paid and doing very, very well for himself. You know, same with Sexy Phil and all them other guys at the top end. But unless, here on the lower end, unless you're making 100,000 views per video, you're not going to make enough to warrant getting rid of a full-time job. And so that misconception needs to kind of be drawn back. People need to realize that it's not this fabulous world where you're going to be chucking 20s around your bedroom and rolling in it and wiping your butt with $1 bills and going and buying with whatever you want. It's just not like that. You got to work for it. And I think a lot of people, they start out great and they're like, yeah, I'm going to work for it, and then they find, you know, then they slowly just dies out because they're not getting it fast enough. And, you know, there's many routes you can take. My route is having fun. No matter how slow the process is. For example, if I have 531 subscribers right now, as I'm making this video right here, if 10 years from now, if I have 520 20 subs because I lost 11 subs and never gained another sub ever, I'll be just fine. I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be making videos. I'll still be having fun. That's my process. Take it slow. Take it gradual. If something squeezes out and bigger channel sees my stuff and says, oh, man, this guy's good, I'm going to give him a shout out, and all of a sudden I get a bunch of traffic in rushing, it's still going to be the same. I'm going to upgrade and evolve as I go as far as my editing goes, and I'm in the process of doing that now. But as far as my attitude, how much I'm having fun, and what I'm doing, that's never going to change, and that's my process. Slowly but surely, and eventually they'll come, and until that point, let's all have some fun. And I think a lot of people, they gotta, okay, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and within 3 months I'm gonna have 3,000 subs, and within 6 months I'm gonna have 10,000 subs. And it's not like that unless you know somebody out there with a plethora of subs, or you happen to get a crazy shout out, or if something just happens. It's not going to happen like that, and a lot of people get discouraged right off the bat. They make 5, 10, 15 videos, don't get any subs. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing this? And it's just because YouTube isn't what it is, was 5 years ago. There's, millions of people posting videos, all the way from cats yawning to people mowing their grass on YouTube. It's crazy. You gotta be filtered in, and somebody may find your stuff, somebody may not find your stuff when you're first starting off. So people get discouraged and they get consumed by the process. I gotta get a video up on Monday by 8 o'clock in the morning. They're not sleeping trying to get it out. They're rushing it. They're not having fun. Or, for example, say when I was playing shooters, shooters were stressing me out. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like Battlefield, I was having fun. Homefront, I was having fun. Call of Duty was stressing me out. But then that stress would start going over to Homefront. And that stress would start going over to Battlefield. And all of a sudden I found myself not having fun with shooters anymore. And then, I'd play an RPG and I'd have some fun and kind of wipe the stress out. And then I'd go back and I'd start playing shooters again and I'd be all stressed out again. And I'm like, what am I doing here? But I was worried about getting that shooter video up. And, that was the YouTube process was starting to consume me on that end. And that's where I had to take a step back from the shooters and start going the RPGs. And I didn't realize how many games I missed out on, how much fun I've been missing out on with Tales of Graces. The Witcher 2 when I picked that up, MMOs, Terra, Mass Effect series, Skyrim I got to get back into and finish up, Kingdoms of Amalur, the Uncharted series that my son is a huge 6-year-old son's a huge fan of Uncharted, so I've went through and played all 3 of them. Awesome series I would have never picked up otherwise if I didn't get away from the shooters, and so on and so forth. And I'm having a blast right now, like I said. But a lot of people need to realize that if you're starting to get down on yourself and like, oh man, not having fun with video games and stuff, maybe you need to break up the monotony a little bit. Maybe you need to branch out a little bit to an RPG or a first-person game kind of like Darksiders or Ninja Gaiden, or, there's a plethora out there. Pokemon, you name it. There's millions of games out there other than Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, so on and so forth, and Halo. It's just people don't realize that. Take Nate Gould, for example. He plays a little bit of everything, but his main thing is shooters. He's really, really freaking good at shooters. He plays Call of Duty. He plays Counter-Strike. He plays a little bit of damn near everything. And I don't ever hear the kid complain. If anybody's complaining, he usually tells everybody shut up. So, he just has a blast with whatever he does. He doesn't let the monotony get to him. He might be an angry, evil person if he only played Call of Duty, but since he doesn't and spreads it out, if he's having a bad day on Call of Duty, he goes to Counter-Strike. If he's having a bad day on Counter-Strike, he'll pick up some weird-ass demo and play that and just have fun with it and kind of break that stress level. So, it's one of those things, people need to break it up a little bit. If you find yourself, if you have a channel, even if you based your channel strictly off of nothing but Call of Duty, do a Let's Play of something. Break it up a little bit, do a Let's Play of something, have a little fun a little while, step away from the shooter and come back to it. It's not that big of a deal. You have a solid sub base, they're going to watch it no matter what. You're going to have fun with it. Maybe you can pick up a multiplayer game like Raccoon City and play with a bunch of your subs and have a little bit of interactivity going like that. But at least it breaks up the monotony of getting online and getting crushed by lag compensation code, or your ISP screwing up for the day, or, insert plethora problems with shooters, especially Modern Warfare 3 and everything that's going on. MLG wouldn't even pick them up this year. So, like I said, just don't get consumed by the process. Start out with low expectations, and if something good happens, great. But don't start out high like I'm gonna have 100,000 subs within a year, because if it doesn't happen, most likely you're gonna be upset if you set yourself up like that. And I hate watching people get consumed, and then they make the video where they're like, "Hey guys, I just want to let you know I can't do it anymore. I'm not having fun, and you hate listening to that type of video. Not because it's like some guy just on there or some girl going, down and out, but simply because you don't like to see it happen. Especially me, I don't like to see it happen to anybody. And I just want people to have fun. I try to tell them, don't get consumed, just have fun, back up, think about where you came from. You see, damn near everybody out there has a video that says they don't do it for the money, they don't do it for the views, they do it to have fun, yet 80% of them have another video saying where they just can't do it anymore, they're not having fun anymore. Why is that? It's because they're not getting the views that they thought they were going to get. They're not getting the pay they thought they were going to get. And they're pushing things on the outside real world, outside of the internet, away because they thought they were going to be at a better point at this point. So, it's kind of a half a dozen one, half a dozen the other. They're kind of ironically counteracting themselves. And I hate to see it happen. So don't be consumed by the process. Have fun, people. Have fun. I'm going to go pick up a couple more games and just have a blast. This last weekend when I played Terra, that was probably 16 hours of nothing but fun times. Talking to people, just having a blast. And, that's what it's all about. That's why they make video games. They don't make video games to be stressed out and get pissed off more than you would be at your job in real world. That doesn't even make sense. So that's what I got for you guys today, and I just want to let you guys know, don't get consumed. If you think you're getting consumed, give me a tell. We'll talk it out. Maybe you can branch off and play a couple different games. But don't quit YouTube just because you're not unless you're really not having fun playing games anymore. But for the most part, like I said, about 80+% of people not having fun playing video games anymore comes from them not getting the views and not getting the money that they thought they were going to get. So, it's one of those things. Like I said, guys, keep your heads up. It's a beautiful day out, and just have fun. That's what it's about. Have fun, have fun, have fun. So have a great day, guys. Peace. What's going on, everybody? I just want to let you guys know you can hit up my Tales of Grace F playthrough over on Tour de Force. Adam is also doing a Mass Effect 3 playthrough if that's something you guys want to see. If you missed my last video, I did a little bit of Bastion of Locke on Terra. I talked about the Berserker, I talked about crafting, and many other facets of the game. So go over and check that out. Also, hit that subscribe button if you like what you've seen. Go over and check me out on Justin TV, Facebook, and Twitter.com, and go over and say hi over at VidThru and VSO Gamers pages. I hope to see you guys there soon. So as always, keep your heads up. Have a great day. Peace.